Guys, how are you? Been some time since I've done a video. What have I been doing the last few months? Been training hard over the Christmas period and over the winter. Been lifting heavy and been bulking up really. In time for the summer. Don't do cutting. It's not in my interests. Uh, no, in all honesty, been training really well. And I haven't done many videos. I haven't had a lot of time to update my website. But I've been enjoying it. I have a few questions over the last few months in relation to increasing strength, whether it's a dirty bulk or clean bulk. A lot of stuff going on at the moment in relation to eating clean. Yeah, best way to keep your body well intact is to eat clean, and that goes for bulking as well. Although, in my opinion, it works for me the odd day here and there, or one day a week. If you want to include a bit of dirty bulking in there, there's no issue with it. I don't know, there's a lot of people wondering probably what is the difference between dirty bulking and clean bulking. Ultimately, dirty bulking, layman's terms, is eat what you like to increase your calorie intake in order to gain weight and gain muscle mass. So dirty bulking really over a long period of time is a no-no. If you're going to do a bulk phase in your training, I'd expect really 6 to 8 months, or certainly throughout the autumn winter time is probably the best time, or the normal time that people do it. But dirty bulking ultimately is just eating what you want. But the main thing when you want to put muscle mass on is to have that calorific surplus. And what I mean by that is your intake of calories is more than your body needs, and that's the only way you're going to put muscle on. So all these people that are telling you all this stuff you hear, all you need is protein. As long as your protein intake is high, you will put muscle on. Bullshit, absolute bullshit. The only way I put extra mass on and extra strength, which is ultimately what you want when you're lifting heavy weights in the gym, is by increasing my carbohydrate intake. So at the end of the gym, I don't so much anymore, I use supplements, but I'd always have a protein shake at the end of the gym. But to make that drink 10 times more effective, put some carbs with it. If you're mixing carbs and protein, the results are going to be far better in relation to increasing your muscle than if you're just taking protein on your own. It'll never be as good as juicing it up, obviously. But if you're a natural trainer like me, the best way to increase muscle mass is to mix carbohydrates with protein, and I would say to have that split 60-40, 60% carbohydrates and 40% protein. Best way to bulk, guys, and keep it clean, but don't discount a little bit of dirty in between. There's nothing wrong with it. You're going to push that in the gym. It's going to get your calories up, and you're going to put muscle mass on. So the one thing to remember, if you want to increase muscle mass, calorific surplus is the only way you're going to put muscle mass on. Secondly, carbohydrates, more important in my opinion, or just as important in my opinion as a high protein intake. So don't discount it. And for those of you that are training now as we speak and are totally discounting carbohydrates, you're going to lose your muscle. What muscle you do have will waste away, because you're going to decrease your calorie intake, and you're going to end up burning lots of fat, and that's maybe what you're thinking of, but the muscle underneath that fat will also decrease as well, and that's why I got such a big thing against it. I mean, it's a personal preference for me. I go to the gym to put muscle on, to put muscle mass on, and that's how I want to look. So for me, the goal is to get bigger. There'll be a goal at the end of that. I don't want to become stupidly big, but ultimately the strength element for me is where my goal is. So to lift heavier is the goal, and at the same time I'll be increasing muscle mass. For those of you that just want to lose weight, what you're going to find, I've told you over and over again in my videos, is if you discount certain foods like carbohydrates and just smash the protein down you're going to just have an up and down body. You're going to lose your fat, you're going to lose your shape, you're going to lose your curves, ladies, and ultimately, in my opinion, whether you want to stick to it or not, you're going to lose muscle mass. Apart from that, been training hard. Did a few sessions with Rob Bush, who's one of the strongman competitors in Wales. I think he's been certainly in the top couple for the last couple of years. So I did a few sessions in Peak Physique before Christmas. With blooming hard sessions. For those of you who think that you're not going to burn calories by lifting heavy weights, I did an hour with Rob and lifted some weights I was lifting, 550 kilograms on leg press free, some of the heaviest weights I've ever lifted. And I came out of that gym a couple of times and I was dead for about 2 days, and that's with no cardio. So again, don't discount lifting heavy weights, because they're going to burn more calories than you think. But again, like I said, that split 60-40. If you remember with your carbs and protein, I'd do the same for cardiovascular. 60% heavy weights and 40% cardiovascular. You can change that, chop and change it how you feel. But that's it ultimately. Clean bulking is the way forward if you want to increase your muscle mass. So all your complex carbohydrates, rice, pasta, potatoes, and if you want to chuck a bit of dirt in once a week, fast food, really bad for you, isn't it? But can be when you've had one of those days where you really don't want to cook. I haven't got a problem with sticking one of those days in once a week or once every 2 weeks, just to get your calories back up so that you don't lose. So your body's not in negative surplus to your calories. So keep the calories up, keep training hard, keep lifting hard, bulk for the summer and bulk for the winter. No, I'm joking. Keep on training hard, bulk for the winter, strip off for the summer. That's how it is, isn't it? That's how everybody wants to do anyway. It's not as simple as that, guys. The only way to keep your muscle is to keep your calories up and to keep training hard. If anybody's got any questions in relation to clean eating, keeping those calories clean, and probably a better way to put it, then let me know. Let me know what your opinions are, really, and let me know how you do it. It works for me, a mixture of everything, and it'll work for you as well, for those of you that have got difficulty with putting muscle mass on and weight, which I certainly did. So thanks for your time, guys, and I'll speak to you soon.